All right, what's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna go over another assault bike interval training session that you can do to increase your respiratory rate and your overall ability to be conditioned for your fights. Let's get after it. All right, guys, so the focus point for today, we are gonna be working through a particular interval, but it's gonna be sustained throughout a 45-minute time block. So the focus is gonna be to increase your respiratory muscles. It's going to give you the ability to take in oxygen and let off more CO2. And then we're also trying to make sure that we're fixing up our posture or our breathing mechanics as we do this. A large amount of time, when you have a guy, let's say a Nate Diaz type figure, they are primarily going to be limited by their ability to take in oxygen and let off CO2. They're not going to be limited by their delivery of oxygen, and they may not even be limited by their utilization of oxygen, but it's their ability to breathe and their posture, because a lot of the times fighters have bad posture, let's face it, right? Kyphotic, they're super drawn in because of the fact of what they're doing inside their sport. So increasing their awareness, increasing the ability to take in that oxygen and let off CO2 is definitely going to help or give us a bit of an edge when you're talking about bringing up the endurance factor in a sport like mixed martial arts or any other sport. Again, you got the reasons. Now, the training routine today, we are gonna go ahead and do a 45-minute running clock, and we're gonna do as many rounds as possible in those 45 minutes. You're gonna take an assault bike. You're first gonna measure out your maximal wattage output, right? So you're gonna go up to as far up as you can in those max wattages. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself. You're looking somewhere around 9 to 1,000 watts, within a 5 to 10 second interval. Then from there, you're gonna take 75% of that, and you're gonna try to sustain that for as long as possible without, though, however, getting any type of slight burning sensation, or you're compensating through your movements or whatever have you. So again, it's a very comfortable, explosive movement. So it's not gonna take long. You're gonna be doing this maybe around 6 seconds to 10 seconds, nothing longer than that. You're gonna wait and coast on the bike until you get about 80% recovered. So an 8 out of a 10 recovery. Once that's done, you ramp back up, go ahead and do a max wattage at about 6 to 10 seconds, making sure that you're maintaining that wattage output for those 45 minutes. Now, if you cannot maintain that wattage output, let's say for instance, you start to feel fatigued in the legs or the arms, your breathing becomes sporadic, you cannot catch your breath, we are going to terminate the workout right then and there, because the goal is to maintain a solid level of inspiration and expiration. So I want you to be able to breathe effectively and efficiently. So with that, once you stop that workout, go ahead and do the remaining of that 45 minutes as a cool down session where you're just gonna be working through a delivery. So again, it's gonna be very low in intensity, and you're just gonna maintain a solid level of movement, right? So you're looking at around maybe 150 to 200 watts, something very light that you can sustain over that amount of time of the finishing product of 45 minutes, all right? So I'm gonna get out there, I'm gonna set my wattage at where I need to be, and then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that until I cannot do it any longer with great form and the quality of breathing mechanics. Let's get after it. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and start cycling on it for about 2 minutes to maybe 5 minutes and just kind of get my body warmed up. And then from there, I'm gonna find out my max wattage. So I'm gonna go on here for about 2 to 5 minutes, feel how my knee feels, and then from there, I'm gonna hit it hard for as long as I can to see where my maximal wattage lies. And then from there, I'm gonna take 75% of that and work the procedure from there. Let's do it. So right now the max wattage was 1085. So I'm gonna take that 0.75 that's 8:15. So 8:13 and change. So I'm just gonna round it up to 8:15. So now what I'll do is I'm gonna start the time clock at 45 minutes. Then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and do 8:15, 8:30, staying in that range for as long as comfortable. Then I'm gonna back off, rest till about 80%, do it again. As many times as I can. I'm gonna jot down how many times I was able to do it. Then once I feel at the point where overly fatigued, I can't get up to 800, then I'm gonna stop the workout and then I'm just gonna go ahead and give me a nice cool down ride. So it'll be about 100 to 200 watts, keeping it real light, bringing my heart rate down below 120 beats per minute, and finish off like that and control my breathing too as well. All right, so we're looking good. I'm about 6 rounds down, roughly 12 minutes in. The main thing right now is starting to feel a little bit of fatigue in my glutes. I'm gonna still power through it until it's unsustainable. I mean, again, I'm not losing form. I can carry on a conversation, so that's not the issue. It's more about time on the bike, really. But I'm gonna keep it going, maintain my level of output, try to get up to at least 20 minutes, and then I can maintain the rest with a cool down. And then again, we'll try this again in another week or so. We'll do this every week and try to get increases in every round. All right, let's keep it going. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it at the 20-minute mark right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do a nice little cool down, staying underneath 100 watts, keeping this pace here. Again, focusing on nasal breathing, getting air in, getting CO2 out. I'm not trying to be tough here. Like, the goal really isn't that. It's more of being consistent, being efficient, and that's gonna build up over time. Don't get me wrong, there's gonna come times in your training that you're gonna have to push hard as shit. You're gonna have to go ahead and get into that pain cave. Today isn't that day. So this is gonna be another good protocol to use when it's a medium intensity to light intensity day and you're working on more higher volumes, but it's interspersed with that short explosive bout. So again, you have to utilize oxygen, but then you have to recover that with your delivery. So you have to be able to drive as much utilization and delivery as possible, all while maintaining a solid level of respiratory rate. So once or twice a week, try this out. Try to increase your rounds every time, or increase the time that you have completed with the sprints, and then finish off the rest of it with the cool down. Thanks again for watching. You know what the deal is. Hit the comments down below if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, hit the like button if you like this video. Let me get off this thing. Make sure if you are interested in learning some of the protocols, the methods, the systems that I use for my athletes and myself, you can check out my mentorship program. Link is in the description. You'll get access for life with a one-time fee. If you want to learn more from me, let me know. Hit that link down below. Peace.